Home, a Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction, Chapter 2. Written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork provided by XAA on Tumblr. You can find a link to the artist's Tumblr in the description box. If you haven't heard the previous part of this story, you can find a link to it in the description box below, or by clicking on this card. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so and hit the bell to stay up to date on the latest parts of your favorite fanfictions, including this one. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment while you're at it. Now then, Home Chapter 2.
I'm just saying, you could have saved some for me.
Adrian sighed as Plagg whined about not getting any lumpia. Apparently, a previous cat Noir was Filipino and made them all the time.
I didn't think you'd want any because it wasn't cheese, he said,
pinching the Kwame behind his neck and guiding him to his desk drawer. He always kept apology cheese on hand, and today it happened to be at his workstation.
You need to go back there and make some more,
Plagg demanded, clearly upset.
It's not my house, Plagg. Father would ground me if I tried to use the kitchen in case I got a scar out of it. Then go to Marinette's. No way! I can't. You're friends, Adrian. Of course you can.
He sighed and shook his head.
Cat Noir and Marinette aren't. We're just...
He searched for the right word.
Friends. She confirmed it last night. Her dad even wanted you to date her. Now hurry up and go get my lumpia.
He wanted to protest, but the look Plagg gave him spoke volumes.
Okay, fine. Claws out.
After picking up ingredients from the Asian Taste grocery store, he made his way to the Dupang Chang bakery with weak knees and a butterfly gnawing at his insides. Was this weird? Was it okay for him to be here? Should he be here? What if he misinterpreted their relationship? What if Marinette found him a nuance? He'd been there just 9 hours before. Sure, it was 1 PM on a Sunday, but he didn't leave until 4 AM. Did she go to bed right after? What if she stayed up later? Was he disturbing her sleep schedule? The answer to all of his questions lay behind Tom Dupang, standing in front of him with his arms crossed.
Hello. Hello.
Cat cleared his throat.
Hello, sir. Cat Noir, Tom said, his body language exploding into welcoming gestures. Come in. What brings you here?
Cat held up the bag of ingredients with a tense smile.
Marinette? Cooking? Meal? Food? Sure. Marinette! This young man is here to see you.
Cat heard tumbling from above them as he stepped into the living room, followed by a short scream squeak before Marinette scooted herself into the kitchen.
Yes?
She asked, still dressed in pajamas. Her shoulders slumped when she saw him, and he almost swore he heard her sigh in disappointment, not relief. Great. This was a mistake. He never should have let himself get persuaded by Plagg's cravings.
Hey,
now what? What could he say? Why was he like this?
Can we make some more?
Cat asked, holding out the bag. Marinette blinked twice, then instructed him to set up in the kitchen while she went upstairs to fix a cowlick from sleeping with her hair in braids and losing a hair tie halfway through the REM cycle. He set the ingredients out and, although it had been less than a day, realized he didn't know what to do next. He picked up a knife and stared, eyes moving from it to the onion and back. How do you cut an onion? It's a vegetable, so he had to wash it first, right? Yeah, that sounded right. Cat grabbed the yellow onion. He couldn't find sweet onions for some reason, and ran the spout. How hard should he scrub? He'd never washed an onion, so he didn't know. May as well start with light pressure. To his horror, the onion layer split off as he touched it, splintering into thin, brown, crunchy specks in the sink. Was that supposed to happen? Or was he ruining the onion by, washing it in the wrong temperature? Should he have used cold water instead? Cat? What are you doing? His face could only be described as terror as Marinette spoke up. He hadn't heard her come back, fully dressed with fresh breath. Are you washing the onion? Yes. She blinked twice, then cracked a laugh. I take it you don't cook too much, huh? Sorry I ruined it. Cat reached in the bottom of the sink, collecting the scraps of the outermost layer and presenting it to her with both hands and remorse. Sighing with a smile, Marinette picked a fleck of onion peel from his palm. Cat. Yeah? You don't wash onions. His eyebrows shot up. Oh. Yep. So I've really ruined it then. No, she laughed, tossing the peel in the garbage. It's fine. Some people actually rinse onions before cutting them so they don't cry as much. Do onions actually make people cry? I've heard of it before, but... Yes, they're the meanest of the vegetables, if you don't count mixing wasabi powder. And we don't eat this outer layer. Oh, good. His shoulders slumped in relief. You don't spend a lot of time in the kitchen, do you? He shook his head. I wasn't allowed to. Why is that? Marinette knit her eyebrows together. Of course she'd be confused. For Marinette, being in the kitchen was as natural as waking up. She was raised in a bakery, after all. Piano. Piano? Yeah, my parents were adamant nothing happened to my fingers. Do you still play? How much could he tell her? Marinette had her own rules, but he didn't know if they applied to other people as well. Not much as my father would like. That's a safe answer, right? I can understand that. Well, maybe not understand, but I can imagine. She sliced into the onion the wrong way before slicing it the right way, dicing it like magic. How? Being able to play is nice, but, well, I'd also like to know how to cook, you know? Instead of embarrassing myself in front of pretty girls. Take a good look at this onion, Marinette said, brushing off his compliment and tapping the cutting board with her knife. At how you cut it? Get closer. Cat leaned in and stared, wondering what she wanted before it hit him. Oh, how it hit him. Onion. He withdrew sharply, covering his nose as his eyes stung. Even a mask couldn't protect from the betraying nature of a cut onion, huh? I see, he coughed out. It would be worse if you hadn't washed it. Really? Yeah. I don't know how the science behind it works, though. Huh. Anyway, if you could please wash the carrots. On it! He said, racing to the sink to get away from the treacherous onion that brought him nothing but trouble. The carrots were going to be his best friend now. Surely they'd be no trouble, right? Right? Oh, dear. What if he tried scrubbing it and it just broke apart? Would that happen? Can that happen? What if he cracks it in a way that Marinette can't use it? What if she gets so mad she kicks him out and he's not allowed back? That would be horrible. He liked it here. It felt too much like home. It felt too much like home to stake it all on a single carrot. I just scrub this, right? He asked, hoping his cheeks weren't pink. Yes, she said. A gentle scrub. Got it. I'm in charge of cooking dinner tomorrow. If you'd like to come over, we can make something else, too. He dropped the now washed carrot in the sink. Oops. Really? Yeah, I mean, we've got to get those cooking skills up a level or two, right? You do that for me? Marinette smiled like a cooking goddess beaming at an ignorant onion washer. I told you, Cat. You can come home when you need to. There it was again. That warmth flickering in his chest. Why was she doing this? They weren't even that close. Sure, they'd spent some time together in the past, but she didn't know he was Adrian. She liked Cat Noir that much? He must be doing something right. Okay, he said, cracking his trademark Cat Noir grin the media fell for. I'll leave tomorrow in your hands then. Hey now. She smacked his stomach with a spatula. Don't miss this moment, dude. We've got lumpia to make. Oh, yeah, right. Now let me show you what I did with the onion. Sunlight warmed his back as he tried and failed to properly cut the devil's vegetable. Cats and onions just don't mix, huh? Whatever. He knew Plagg would be happy with the end result, even if the onion wasn't perfectly diced. And like that, time flew by, relaxing Cat in a way he hadn't been able to in a long time. He wasn't sure how long it'd been since he felt like this. Today, Cat felt like he was at home, relaxing like a cat in an afternoon sunbeam. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 3 is on its way. In the meantime, you can check out other videos on this channel for more Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to stay up to date on the latest parts of your favorite fanfiction. And if you've made it this far, comment cats and onions, or comment the devil's vegetable, whichever one you like. I'll catch you in the next one!